Hello everyone, and welcome to Brain Spike. My name's Joe, and I'm here to help you out on your journey to knowledge. For returning users, feel free to check out the timestamps I've made down below and go ahead and get started learning. For new users, Brain Spike is an on-the-go learning tool. So if you're looking to study when you're on your way to school or on your way to work, maybe going for a run, going for a walk, Brain Spike is here to help you out with your dynamic lifestyle. So our learning method is as follows. First, I'll give you either a term or a definition, and then there's a pause. Now, this brief silence is not a glitch, it's your moment. So use it to either verbally out loud or mentally to yourself. Try to recall the term or definition. Then I'll give you the correct response and we'll repeat. It's a method that's founded on the principle of active recall, which is proven to strengthen synaptic connections in your brain. Compare this to passively reading or passively watching YouTube content, and you've got yourself a simple yet very powerful learning tool here. So with that being said, let's get started.
Welcome to Basic Memory Concepts. The mental capacity or faculty of retaining and reviving facts, events, impressions, or previous experiences. Memory. The initial process of recording information, which leads to a change in the structure or functioning of the brain. Encoding. The process of maintaining information over time. Storage. The process of bringing to mind information that has been previously encoded or stored. Retrieval. The ability to process many types of information simultaneously. Parallel processing. The active stage of memory that holds several items briefly before they are either stored in long-term memory or forgotten. Working memory. Grouping separate pieces of information into a single unit. Chunking. Types of memory and processes. The very first stage of memory, the point at which information enters the nervous system. Sensory memory. A brief visual memory that lasts only a fraction of a second. Iconic memory or visual memory. The brief memory of something just heard. Echoic memory or auditory memory. The part of your memory system that contains information for a few seconds up to a few minutes without rehearsal. Short-term memory. The memory system in which all the information is placed to be kept, more or less permanently. Long-term memory. Memory that involves conscious recollection. Explicit memory. Type of long-term memory containing information about life events. Episodic memory. Type of long-term memory of facts and knowledge about the world. Semantic memory. Memory that does not require conscious recall. Implicit memory. A type of implicit memory, the part of the long-term memory that is responsible for learning how to do tasks, also known as motor skills. Procedural memory. Encoding that requires attention and conscious effort. effortful processing. Encoding of information that occurs with little or no conscious effort. Automatic processing. Memory techniques and effects. Memory aids or strategies that use vivid imagery or organizational devices. Mnemonics. To recall using distributed study sessions or practice of a task, and the tendency to perform better with such practice. Spacing effect. Enhance memory as a result of retrieving information or testing yourself. Testing effect. The act of practicing a skill or studying information for a period of time beyond what is necessary for initial mastery. Overlearning. Processing of information at a basic level based on the appearance or sound of words. Shallow processing. Processing of information in a meaningful way, associating it with what is already known. Deep processing. The phenomenon where exposure to one stimulus influences the response to a subsequent stimulus. Priming. The phenomenon where information is more easily retrieved when one is in the same psychological or physiological state as when the information was originally learned. State-dependent memory. The phenomenon where we retrieve a memory more easily when in the same physical location as we encoded it. Context-dependent memory. The tendency to recall experiences that are consistent with one's current good or bad mood. Mood-congruent memory. The tendency to recall the first and last items in a list more easily than the middle terms. Serial position effect. Brain and memory. A part of the limbic system associated with forming memories, important for formation of explicit memories. Hippocampus. An increase in a synapse's firing potential, believed to be a neural basis for learning and memory. LTP, or long-term potentiation. The process by which short-term memories are transformed into long-term memories over time. Consolidation. A group of nuclei found deep within the cerebral hemispheres responsible for a variety of functions, including movement coordination, reward processing, and habit formation. Basal ganglia. Traditionally associated with motor control, this region of the brain also has a role in procedural memory, which includes skills we perform automatically once learned. Cerebellum. Retrieval. The ability to retrieve and reproduce from memory previously learned material. Recall. The ability to identify previously learned information. Recognition. A clear and vivid, long-lasting memory of a specific event, typically of a surprising or emotionally charged nature. Flashbulb memory. A feeling that one knows a word but can't quite get it out. Tip of the tongue phenomena. Forgetting and distortions. Loss of memory for events immediately following or immediately after a trauma. Anterograde amnesia. Loss of memory for events prior to or before a trauma. Retrograde amnesia. Old information interferes with new information. Proactive interference. New information interferes with old information. Retroactive interference. A defense mechanism by which anxiety-provoking thoughts and feelings are forced to the unconscious. Repression. Incorporating misleading information into one's memory of an event. Misinformation effect. Forgetting the true source of a memory. Source amnesia. A feeling that one has been in a situation before. Déjà vu. Loss of memory due to the passage of time, during which the memory trace is not used. Decay.
All right, everybody, that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you found it useful and valuable. If you'd like to continue learning, feel free to restart the video, or be sure to check out the description down below where I've probably left some links either to delve in deeper into today's topic or just for your own benefit and for your own knowledge. If this is a foundations video, I might have made an advanced version of this topic already. If this is a term recall, I might have already made a definitions recall video, and vice versa. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'll be sure to respond. And if you're signing off, well, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.